Final leg, we are back here to talk about the men's NCAA finals that just got completed. We're going to have the women coming up next, but the men put down some amazing performances. A lot of NCAA records got put down on the track. Some great performances in the field as well. Let's jump into things. We had Texas Tech take the team title, grabbing 50 points, claiming it early on in the meet. They were able to secure it before the 4x4 went down. Then we had Florida follow up with 40 points, and then we had Houston behind them with 30 points in third place. So great performances by all the teams. But first off, let's talk about that men's 4x100 meter relay. They set the tone on the final day. Amazing performance by Florida. They took the NCAA record in 37.97 seconds. The first team in NCAA history to go under 38 seconds. The previous record was 38.17 seconds set by Houston last year. So this Florida team took off 0.2 of a second from that record. They were followed closely behind by Florida State, who ran 38.08 seconds. So they were also under that previous NCAA record. Great performances by both these teams, setting the tone for what the day was going to be like at these NCAA championships. Next, probably the matchup of the meet was the 110 hurdles on the men's side. We had Grant Holloway from Florida going up against Daniel Roberts from Kentucky. They were going head to head. Daniel Roberts managed to get Grant Holloway at SEC championships. They both were coming in with a best of 13.07 seconds, the second best time in NCAA history from both of them. Roberts managed to run 13.06 in the prelims. In the finals, we wanted to see this matchup, and they delivered. We saw Grant Holloway take the win, just edging it out in 12.98 seconds, an NCAA record, breaking that 40-year-old NCAA record in the 110 hurdles. Roberts was not far behind, though. He also tied the NCAA record with 13 flat. So great performances from both these guys. They are the world leaders right now. These are the two top guys in the world. We are going to likely see them going into the USJ Championships and then hopefully going into Doha. They both announced that they're going pro, so this is going to be the future of the 110 hurdles, at least from the US side, possibly in the world as well. So keep on the lookout for Grant Holloway and Roberts as the year goes on. Now for the sprints, of course, we had the talk of the weekend. We had Divine Oduduru from Nigeria representing Texas Tech. He dominated. He doubled in the 100 and the 200 meters, taking both titles. The 100 meters first, he came out with the win in 9.86 seconds. That's the number 2 time all time in NCAA history, only behind Christian Coleman's 9.82. Then he came back in that 200 meters. He already had the NCAA leader of 19.76 from earlier in the season. He won this in 19.73. That's the number 2 time in NCAA history behind Walter Dix's 19.69 from 2007. So great performance from Divine Oduduru. He is definitely showing that he is going to be contending for a medal at Doha later on this year. Again, he competes from Nigeria. He is definitely going to be a mainstay on the world stage as the years progress. So keep a lookout for Divine Oduduru. Behind Oduduru, though, we had some great performances by two guys who went second and third, both in the 100 and the 200. From Oregon, we had Cravon Gillespie. He managed to run 9.93 in that 100 meters. That made him number 7 all-time in the NCAA, and then also in the 200 he managed to run 19.93, making him number 8 all-time in the NCAA. So great performance from Gillespie. Finally, in third place in the 100 and the 200 behind him, we had Hakim Sani Brown from Florida. He's also from Japan. He managed to run 9.97 in that 100 meters. That actually broke the Japanese national record in that 100 meters. So great performance from him. He's been on the lookout all season, and he finally got that national record. He followed up in the 200 meters, also getting third as well, but he ran 20.08, which is the second fastest time in Japanese history. So Hakim Sani Brown, he said that he's going to be aiming. He has Japanese trials later on this month, and he's hopefully going to be making it to Doha. So keep a lookout for all these guys in the sprints. Of course, the sprints are really tough across the world this year, but these guys shows that they can potentially hang with some of the top guys in the world. So all these guys really performed at the NCAAs. Now, finishing the track action off, we had the men's 4x4. Texas A&M, Houston, Florida, they were all in it along with some other teams. Texas A&M came away with the win. A huge performance of 2 minutes 59.05 seconds. That's actually the number 2 time all time in the NCAA, only behind that USC NCAA record from last year that had Rides Benjamin and Michael Norman on it. So great performance from them. Florida came up for second in 2 minutes 59.60. So really close. Grant Holloway came up on that anchor. He passed a lot of teams to get in that second place. He managed to split 43.75 seconds. So he ended off his collegiate career really, really well. Behind them, though, we had Houston and Iowa running really fast times as well. Houston ran 3 minutes, 0.07 seconds, making them the number 9 team all time in NCAA. Then we had Iowa coming up for 4th in 3 minutes, 0.14 seconds, making them the number 10 team all time in the NCAA. So really, really strong and really, really fast 4x400 meters to close out the meet. Finally, let's finish off with the field events. We had the men's pole vault, which went down on the first day of the championships. Mondo Duplantis, he had jumped 6 meters, the NCAA record earlier at SECs. He was a clear favorite going into the meet, but he only came up for second. This is probably one of the biggest upsets. He only jumped 5.80 meters in the pole vault. He was overtaken by Chris Nilsen, who managed to jump 5.95 meters. This was the meet of his life. That made him the number 3 performer all time in the pole vault in the NCAA. Great meet from Nilsen. We're going to see Mondo moving on to potentially go for a medal at Doha in the World, and then we're going to see Nilsen hopefully progress as well. He might go for the championships to see if he can make the team to Doha. But these two guys put on a great performance, so keep a lookout for Nilsen as well as Duplantis. Finally, in the javelin throw, we had Anderson Peters from Mississippi State. He put out a massive performance of 86.62 meters that made him number 3 all-time in the NCAA. He actually already was number 3 all-time, but he improved that performance slightly from what he had done earlier in the season. So great performance from him there in the javelin. All right, so those are just some of the highlights from the men's side of the NCAA championships. Of course, we had some other performances like Javon Harrison from LSU. He got the double in the high jump and the long jump, and some others that went down as well. So check out the results. We're going to be back again tomorrow with the women's recap. Make sure you guys check it out. Make sure you guys subscribe, like the video. Let me know what your favorite event from the NCAA championships on the men's side was, and we'll be back again very soon. Thanks.